of the most important festivals celebrated in India. It is celebrated on the darkest night of the year. Homes are decorated with lights and earthenware lamps filled with oil. These lamps are called diyas. The name Diwali is from the Sanskrit Dipavali, which means row of lamps. Diyas are lit in every house to banish the dark and welcome in good luck and good fortune. People wear new clothes, meet friends and relatives, eat good food, give each other gifts, decorate their houses with flowers, and set off fireworks. People pray to Ganesh, the god of wisdom and good luck. They also worship Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity and good fortune. Diwali is also the start of the new year for many in India. It is a celebration of victory of good over evil. Here is the story of Diwali. The story of Ram begins many thousands of years ago in Ayodhya, which is now northern India. Ayodhya was ruled by King Dasharatha. King Dasharatha and his queens had no children, so they decided to hold a great sacrifice, asking the gods for children. Their wish was granted, and soon the queens gave birth to 4 sons. Ram was the eldest son of Queen Kaushalya. When Ram was old enough, he married the beautiful Princess Sita. To win her hand, Ram strung and broke the great bow of sheep, which no one else could do. King Dasharatha was growing old, and finding the strain of kingship hard to bear. He decided to appoint Ram to rule his kingdom. Kaikeyi, who was Bharat's mother, had an evil maidservant called Mantra. Mantra convinced Kaikeyi that if Ram became the king, he would deprive her of her status of a queen, and so Kaikeyi demanded that Ram be banished with force for 14 years and that Bharat be made the king. King Dasharatha, broken-hearted at what he had been forced to do, died of grief. Ram left for the forest. With him went Sita, his wife, and his younger brother Lakshman. Bharat was furious with his mother for what she had done. He followed Ram into the forest and begged him to return, but Ram refused. But Bharat returned sadly to Ayodhya. Ram, Sita, and Lakshman lived in the forest for many years. One morning, a Rakshasini, a female demon called Surpanaka, saw Ram and fell in love with him. She begged him to marry her. Ram refused, saying he was already married. Furious, Surpanaka went to her brother Ravan for help. Ravan was a great and powerful demon and the ruler of the golden city of Lanka. He had 10 heads and 20 arms and had been granted a boon by the gods that neither god nor demon could kill him. When Ravan heard Surpanaka's story, he was furious. He decided to carry off Sita, but he could only do this by trickery. Ram disguised himself as a holy man begging for food. When Sita stepped out of her hut to give him the food, Ravan assumed his true form and grabbing her, put her into his flying chariot and carried her off to Lanka. Ram and Lakshman came back from the forest and found Sita gone. They learned from the birds and animals that Sita had been carried off by Ravan. Ram and Lakshman set off to find Sita. Among the monkeys, Hanuman became Ram's strongest ally and closest friend. Hanuman was not an ordinary monkey. He was the son of the wind and had the power to fly over mountains and across oceans. It was Hanuman who finally found Sita imprisoned in one of Ravan's beautiful gardens and guarded by demons. Hanuman managed to whisper in Sita's ear that Ram was looking for her. Sure enough, when Ram heard from Hanuman where Sita was, he and Lakshman marched at once toward Lanka with their army of monkey and bears. Ram and Lakshman killed hundreds of Ravan's demons. The battle between Ram and Ravan raged for 10 days, with neither winning. Finally, Ram used a special arrow given to him by the god. This was the end of Ravan. Ram and Sita had completed their 14 years of exile in the forest, and they decided to return to Ayodhya. Ram ruled for many years. He was a good and great king. More than 5,000 years later, Ram is still remembered in India, where he is worshipped as a god. His return to Ayodhya with Sita and his coronation as king is celebrated on Diwali, one of the most important festivals celebrated in India.